Supply and demand are the ultimate dictates in the condo and townhome market for Steamboat in July of 2021. There's a lot of the latter and very little of the former. Hi, this is John James with the James team at RE/MAX Partners, and it's a little chilly after our first snow on top of the ski area. At this taping, we are only 92 days away from the start of the ski and snowboard season. We have reached the Steamboat market update dedicated to condos, townhomes, and multifamily structures for July of 2021. I mentioned supply and demand in the intro, and with a change in the weather, I want to change it up a little bit for this edition and start with inventory. More specifically, days on market, that number is down to 6. That's 85% off the 40 days we saw in July of 2020. And that's a direct reflection of the demand we're seeing in this segment. Not much is staying on the market for more than a week. That's kind of crazy. Next is month supply. This indicator encapsulates both supply and demand because it connects amount with time. And 1.3 months of inventory, not only is it down from 4.2 months last year, it's as low as I have ever seen it. For some perspective, our records for this indicator go back 11 years. And back then, the month supply was hovering around 57 months. That's almost 5 years worth of inventory. Our active listings have continued to see a downward trend since a little bit before the pandemic. Last year, we had 182 active listings on the market. In July, there were 75. That's a 59% drop. And the number of new listings is the only area we're seeing an increase. It's up from 560 new listings to 718, a spike of 28%. However, we have seen that number take a tumble over the last 2 months. When we see a year-over-year decrease, even a mild one, that is when we will see some stagnation in the market. Now let's get back to our main indicators, starting first with median sold price. No surprise, that jumped 28% from $438,750 to $560,000 from last year. Number of condos and townhomes sold last month also increased. There were 774 in July. It's a 66% increase from 466 last year. But again, this was also the first dip month over month we have seen in over a year. And the total dollar volume remains the epitome of hockey stick growth. Last year, volume stood just at under 259 million, and every month since then it's increased to where we stand in July at 556 million, $175,017. It's a 115% increase over the same time last year. The median sales to list price ratio is now 100%, up 2.4% from last year. Over asking and multiple offers are the main factor here. But remember, this is the median, which means some are going below list price. The price per square foot increased by 24% from last year, finishing at $461 from $372 in July of 2020. That goes back to supply. So really, how many multifamily developments have you seen built lately here in Steamboat? Not very many. And price reductions are down too, which can be a no-brainer to predict. When you only have a median of 6 days on the market, only 7 homes had their list price reduced. You compare that to the 20 in July of 2020, and that's a 65% drop. Finally, pending listings. Pendings are 45% over their 529 mark last year. We had 766 in July, and we're seeing a trend change month over month as well. Second straight month, it hasn't matched the month before. So what to look for moving forward? In my mind, it stays on market. If we were to start to see that increase, it might signal buyer fatigue. If you keep getting beat out on deals, you might just put the whole search on hold. That wraps up our type segments. Next week, I begin our area segments as August comes to a close. If you want to give me a shout out at 970-846-0797 or John James at jamesteamsteamboat.com, or leave a comment in the video, we can go over this in more detail. In the meantime, Take care.